Hey everybody, how's it going? How's everybody doing today? It's Friday. I got the piglets behind me. They're hanging out. Oh, let's see. We got Janet, where to begin. Homestead. She's making some cheese tonight, so wish her well. She's learning how to do it, which is really cool. So I think that's amazing. And you got this, Janet. Hey, Grape Jams. Lisa Colovi is here. Hello. Barb's Country Home. Hello, hello. Hey, Broke Cowgirl, which is Gwen. Hello, howdy, howdy. And Sparkman is here. Watch out, lock up your valuables. Holman's Homestead is here. Hello, Sparkman and Holman's Homestead. Hello, Xander. Hope you're doing well. Hey, the Cow Emporium. How you doing, Annette? Hope you're doing well. Hey there, Tony. Our Cabin in the Woods. Craig Tim. Hello to him and Debbie. Hope everybody's doing well. It's Friday. Hey, Farm Fresh. Hey, Let's Trade Paint. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm sorry, Xander. Sorry. Hey, Blue Collar Homestead. Hope everybody's doing really well. It's a Friday night. Woo woo. So good stuff. Good stuff. So I wanted to, hey, Ariella, hope you're doing well tonight. So I thought we could talk about gardening. What did well, what didn't do well for you. Sparkman says, doing good here, can feel the creeping of fall though. Oh, I know. No kidding. And it's making me sad. So sad. We're expecting a frost any time now. Anytime from mid-September on. Hey, Grace and Fire. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I don't blame you, Gwen. 105 is a lot. Great job on the Cowheart tomato, Farm Fresh. That's awesome. So, couple things. The piglets are gone. 12 of them left. 2 are staying. So, most of these behind me are all gone, and they are at their new homes. So, that's really cool. Yeah, zucchini was a nightmare here, too. I totally get it. I have never had a problem growing zucchini or yellow squash. What a... Ugh. Yep, tomatoes did well here. Darn Hot by Lisa Colovi. Ugh, yuck. So they left, and I think I'll have a video out this week talking about some other downsizing we did. I don't want to talk about it tonight because I think I'm going to have trouble talking about it. So Grape Jam says it's gotten cold here and I'm worried my tomatoes won't finish. Yeah, exactly. It's taken a shift here too. And we were 40 the other night. So, oof, you know, I gave the little piglets extra straw and they burrowed right in because they were cool. So it was a little chilly. So, but yeah, so the piglets have moved on. I wanted to see if I can share with you. Hey, Mountain Grandma. show you. I have a picture of one of the sets of 6 piglets that went to their new home. Hang on. I think, no, that's not it. I don't have it. Sorry, I thought I did. But yeah, they were all piled up on top of themselves and they were doing really well. And so we kept 2 for ourselves, and they are bacon seeds. They will be raised for meat. So we've got Hank and Waylon, and I'll include them in a video so you guys can see them. But so tell me about your gardens. Tell me what did really, really well in your gardens this year. That's what I want to know. For us, it was tomatoes. Tomatoes did really well here, which blows my mind. I've been weighing everything this year, and I wish I would have started doing it years ago. So tomatoes did really well, and I'll do a video on that as well. Let's Trade Paint said weeds. Yeah, weeds do really well. Weeds and grass did really well, Gwen said. Farm Fresh said mint, nasturtium, zinnias did good. Craig said potatoes and beets. Cool, cool. My potatoes are doing so well. And Craig, I know you just harvested yours. My potatoes were still very green, like middle of summer green. I cut them tonight so they would die off because I don't want them to get hit with frost. Hey, Milk and Honey, Heritage, tomatoes, berries, and apples. That's awesome. I just want to go back up real quick. Time to harvest goldenrod by Grape Jams. Okay, cool. Yeah, the goldenrod has already bloomed here. And I know Holman's Homestead told me something really cool about that. I want to go back to that. Yeah, Gwen, you're down in Texas. I mean, the fact that your garden grew anything and didn't drop dead from the heat is amazing because you had a ton of tomatoes. Xander said tomatoes by one plant, and I have no idea how the potatoes are yet. They are still growing, which is odd. Same with us. Ours were amazingly green. They're not even looking like they're dying off. And they have been in the ground forever. Sparkman, I have big, healthy potato plants. Haven't tried to dig one up to see what's going on underneath. Yep. Let's see. Holman's Homestead said tomatoes, cucumbers, squash, beets, potatoes did good. Awesome. You're probably about the first person to tell me cucumbers did good this year. Barb said tomatoes, hot peppers, cabbage, and herbs did well. Yep. Going to shade cover next year on the potatoes. Yeah, I would think you would need to, Craig. Beans for the first time really ever here, failure. Yep. I would say that my beans were a failure because I direct sowed them twice and still only had a very small patch, but the small patch I had gave off a lot of beans. Not a lot. It's not like I'm canning them, but enough to eat. Sparkman said, tomato seems okay. Lots of plant, a few fruits. Cucumbers were meh. Got one and wound up feeding it to the chickens. Yep. I've been feeding a lot of stuff to the chickens. Tony at our cabin in the woods says tomatoes, potatoes, onions, pumpkins. Yeah, his pumpkins are unbelievable. I still have to watch his tomato video. Green beans, peppers, sugar snap peas. Nice. Hey, Scott Rimley with the Brums. Hope you're doing well. Oh, thanks, Veronica. I'm glad you're here, Shawcan Ranch. Let's see. Carrots also did well. Nice. Cucumbers didn't do well for grape jams. Yeah, not here either. Mountain Grandma said tomatoes and tomatillos is our wins here so far. Jalapeno harvest will be okay, but hoping our okra is awesome. Ariella said the weeds are doing well. Vay's Place, hello there. Tomatoes did not start growing until the end of August. Heather said cucumber and zucchini did well. Did yellow wax, and they did well also. All of my garden did not sprout good until after the heat dome. Yeah, I bet. No kidding. Oh, wow. So Craig said he direct sowed 2 times on beans. So I did contenders that I bought last year. And I had some other beans that were from last year's seeds. And then I went and bought brand new seeds. And both times it was weird. They wouldn't germinate. But that was back when it was very cool in the spring. It would have been the last week in May, and then it would have been when I came back from Texas. They're Kuni piglets behind me, Vay's Place. These were our piglets this year. You're processing your birds tomorrow. That's awesome, Tony. We are processing ours as well. I just want to get caught up here, guys. Yes, we had different varieties of tomatoes. We had Moskvich, which did not turn out the way it should turn out. Tigerella did not turn out the way it should turn out. They were both very tiny, almost like cherry tomatoes. We had Purple Cherokee, which did amazing. We had Roma that did amazing. I had some black strawberries that did not, they started turning out great, but they didn't do well at all. But the Romas and the Purple Cherokee and some small tomatoes for the win. Hey, Carla, living a rogue life. My eggplant are just finishing up, and I'm getting ready to plant a second round of green beans. That's awesome. Vay's Place has jumbo wild Coturnix quail eggs in the incubator. Oh, yeah. Blue collar, I would definitely start seeds in the greenhouse in November. I start my seeds in February, tomatoes and peppers in the house, and then they don't go out until May or June. But we get mature plants that way. Sparkman was wondering something. Oh, it makes me wonder if all these crop failures have something to do with the stuff in the air these days. Well, we had a lot of smoke. We often have a lot of smoke. Maybe that's it. I know that I am not a fan when the smoke comes around because I don't like it for the animals. I have planted carrots in my greenhouse, and they didn't do well. I planted them in the outdoor garden, and one year we had an amazing harvest. Other than that, we've had no luck whatsoever. So it's kind of crazy. Yeah, the smoke is egregious. It's absolutely egregious. And, it's hard because if you think back, normally it doesn't bother me, but I had all those complications from the you-know-what virus end of June, beginning of July, and I had to have oxygen. And good news is yesterday I had a heart echo ultrasound and everything turned out well. So that's a good thing. So that was one of the last tests that I had to have for that. So now I just have to take the blood thinners for a while, which I'm not crazy about. Ryan doesn't want me processing chickens because I'm on them. But we have a lot of chickens to process tomorrow. So thank you. I'm just glad to have it behind me and not have to worry about it. And, it's just, I'm over it. I really don't want to hear that virus name again. Exactly. Exactly, Sparkman. You are stuck with me because I'm going to live. But hey, Brampton Gardner. Um, so yeah, so I mean, I'm glad to have that behind me. And then, so what did not, thank you, Janet. What did not do well in your garden this year? In fact, I have to look at mine. Thank you, Tina. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. In fact, we had some other things that went well, and I wanted to share it with you. Um, let's see here. Oops. Sorry about that. So we had, trying to look here, tomatoes, peppers and jalapenos that came from the greenhouse did really well. My King of the North did not do anything. They're just starting to get peppers on them. Strawberries, garden huckleberries, onions, garlic, lettuce, asparagus, and herbs did really well. I tried to grow some cabbage and planted marigolds around them to try and deter the bugs. It didn't work. Yeah, that's hard. Oh no, Annette said worms in her cabbage. Ugh. Even though I harvested about 100 pounds of San Marzano tomatoes, they didn't perform like I thought they would. Wow. So bad for us was peas, regular peas, snap peas, zucchini, yellow squash. Although I did add calcium recently, thanks to Gwen at Broke Cowgirl. King of the North bell peppers, habaneros, chilies, poblanos, roselle hibiscus, echinacea, marigolds. This is a joke. I started marigolds from seeds and I could not get one seedling, which is so ridiculous because they're marigolds, for crying out loud. I have volunteers all over the place. They're just so funny. And then not great, but we got something, was the cauliflower and some bush vine cucumbers. But we still have stuff to harvest. We've got jalapenos, we've got potatoes, we've got horseradish root. So, excuse me. So excited about that. Let's see. None of my melons produced watermelon and cantaloupe. Yep. Get you, Carla. I get it. Heather said I couldn't get cabbage, okra, or lettuce to go well. So I took my lettuce. I had like a stock tank that cracked, and I filled it with soil, and I made an onion bed out of it. When the onions were done, I planted lettuce because it was cooler at the time. The lettuce is doing phenomenal. The whole thing is full of lettuce. Let's see. San Marzano didn't turn out well for us. Romas did well as usual. Yeah, Romas are a definite grow again. I am so excited with our tomato turnout this year. Brampton Gardner said, my nasturtiums took over, went crazy. Tomatoes are doing good. Peppers are amazing. Scarlet runner beans gone crazy. All the beans did well. Spring greens were nice. Herbs have done well. Awesome. Awesome. The bad, Tony said, was cucumber, cantaloupe, acorn squash. Seems like anything that was on a vine was real bad, weird. Yeah. I had no cucumbers on the vine until that greenhouse I bought and put over it, which was so wild. Alexander said, dead garden here. He killed it. Just tomatoes. No idea yet on the potatoes. We'll see if I can get some shade cloth that won't get ripped up by the wind next year. Yep. Tina said, tomatoes and peppers, hard to grow this year on top of cucumber. Blame the groundhogs and deer. Yeah, that'll do it. Absolutely. Ooh, I'm so behind. Fails for Brampton Gardner. Okra, cucamelon, Armenian cucumber got eaten. Gumfrina and ginger, turmeric, and onions are sad. I don't think your onions are sad. Yeah, worms are extra protein. I managed to not get any jalapenos, even though I planted a whole package of jalapeno seeds. They were all poblano seeds. Oh man, Peppergate. Peppergate. Johnny selected seeds. Good to know. I've been looking at them. Odd though, we didn't have a lot of bugs compared to everyone else, though. Something that did bad were my cantaloupe. Harvested 5, but they were small. Can you guys hear me now? I just saw you have no sound. Can you guys hear me? I just want to make sure. Okay, thank you. Grape jams had a great harvest for broccoli and cabbages and beets. Oh. I miss some. Worst has been tomatoes due to the cool weather. Yep. Broccoli and potatoes. That's awesome, Janet. 201 pounds of Roma, froze them and then processed them. Freezing them was the best way to go. Yeah, I do the same thing. I freeze mine because here's the thing. We don't usually get like several pounds in one day. You know what I mean? We get a few tomatoes here, a few tomatoes there. This year, like I harvested over 2 pounds in one day. That's a lot for us. Cream peas didn't do as well as black-eyed peas, but you got several harvests. Good. Hey, Nancy, our treasured home. I laugh because I tried to grow loofah again, and I have one on there that might make it. Might make it. I cover my tomatoes every night now since September 1st. We've been getting frost. Oh, yeah, we're waiting on our first frost here. So I've been picking everything the minute it blushes and bringing it in the house. Because that's it. It's over. Game over. What's like one thing you're really proud of this year that you grew? For me, it's the first greenhouse where we had the raised beds, and I did 21 plants in there, and that was a good decision. It was a really good decision because we have 30 tomato plants. My mother didn't kill the tomato plant. Cabbages, that's awesome. That's awesome. Lettuce was fabulous. All right. Yeah, my lettuce did great, but I'm not as excited about it. The tomato has me excited. And the reason why is because last year I froze all my tomatoes and we got like a quart of sauce. So I was real excited to have more. So that's really cool. And we've been taking advantage of the bulk produce. Of course, I don't include that in my garden because I didn't grow it, but we've been taking advantage of the bulk produce cases for canning season. Garden this year had good and bad, but still pulled in about 1,200 pounds. Yeah, that's amazing. That's awesome. We're loving the indigo apple tomatoes, very fleshy like a Roma. Next year, I'll have to plant Romas so I can compare the two. Nice. Best thing on the plate so far has been the Muscovy ducks. We'll have to see how the potatoes do. Yeah, no kidding. Anastasia. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, it's really cool. No, that's fine. Corn is a big deal. Sweet corn is a big deal. No, sorry for the caps. No. Celebrate the success. That is huge, grape jams. That is huge. The black cherry tomatoes brought in the poundage until the stink bugs showed up. They were horrible. Ooh, yikes. A lot of people said that they had more trouble with pests this year than they normally do. I'm really excited that my 17-year-old hibiscus is alive, and the piece I transplanted has several blooms. My white one died last year, has 2 plants that self-seeded and have buds. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, corn is not easy to grow. And it's funny because I see a lot of people on Instagram. They're like, I grew corn for the first time. And I'm like, lucky. Yeah, the skeeters this year were horrible. And I think that's because we got a lot more rain than usual. So you guys had squash bugs, blue collar. Yeah, a lot of people said that. Knock on wood, we've not had them. But we had other issues. Yeah, congrats on the successes, you guys. That's awesome. That's amazing. I have a 4-foot tall hibiscus I'm hoping I can keep alive through the winter. Nice. Yeah, I tried to grow some other things and they just didn't work. I think I'm done with loofah. I started them in February and they just did not do well at all. Mosquitoes should not exist on this earth. No kidding. No kidding. Grape Jam, she told Daddy that he needs to have a 2-horse team so he can plow like Pa. Aw, that's cool. Hey, Leanne, hope you're doing well, Mennonite Farmhouse. That's so cool. Yeah, I mean, it's just been such great things, coming around and stuff, and we're excited. We've been out of chicken for a while, so we're looking forward to processing our chickens tomorrow. And because we did not butcher Norman, I had to order a half a pork from a local farmer, which I did, which is Maud Hagen Cattle. They are known for their delicious pork. But we are raising the 2 little piglets for next year. One of them is Hank, and he's got a scrotal hernia again this year, another one. Thankfully, only one. And so we are going to raise him, and he will be a roaster pig. And then the other one is Waylon. He will go out to full growth. But I am going to try and beg a vet to help me to fix the hernia like I did last year. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not optimistic, unfortunately, but we can't do it here because he will just be wasted, sadly, and I will not do that. But yeah, so we've got, winding down kind of thing. It'll be nice to be done with the chickens. Be nice to be done with the chickens, and it's nice to be done with the piglets. As much as I love having them around, they are exhausting. And we'll be fixing some fences. So Fiona is just out of control. So her and Eleanor are back together because Fiona busted through a fence and tore the T-post out of the ground. So we have got her in with Eleanor, and they're having to figure it out. I have 2 wiener dogs. They don't get to stay out, and I do not want a big dog outside. Yep. Yeah, Diesel is not an outside dog. Yeah, drawing salve would help. Yep. Mosquitoes are such a pain. For me this year, the flies. The flies are just annoying, but that's because I have pigs. Freezer camp are 3 Berkshire pigs, October 10th. Wow. Very cool, Tony. Very cool. Yeah, the 2 coonies that we're raising, they're going to take longer. So one will be here for at least a year. The other one's slightly younger. Prepping for winter, getting firewood and hay supply. Yep. I have to get hay, and it's been hard to find alfalfa. And I refuse to buy the small bales because they're just way more expensive than the 900 to 1,000 pound bales. So we are looking right now as we speak. Otherwise, they're going to get prairie grass. So, hey, Lantern Creek, hope you're doing well. Yeah, the flies are out of control and they're driving me crazy. Come to my house for hay. I would love to, Leanne. I'm convinced. So the straw that I get is wheat straw, and I have it on the strawberries, and I've mulched other gardens with it. That stuff is unbelievable. So great. Oh, good grape jams. You got yours and Blue Collar, $12. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we usually pay, I think it was 160. Now it's gone up. I think it's 160 for 900 to 1,000 pound big, long rectangular bale. Because I find that when I'm getting the small bales, it's like if I get the equivalent, it comes out to be like $400 or $500. KK has a fly spray that works in our homestead. Oh, I'll have to check that out. Absolutely. Yeah, the alfalfa there's just not a lot of alfalfa, and it doesn't last long at all. Holman's got their hay done this past week. Oh, wow, that's cheap. That is cheap, Leanne. I paid a little cheaper than that, but that was because I got it from a friend. And I paid her all cash, and I bought a lot of it twice, which was really exciting. That would be great, grape jams. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, we've been, you see all those stupid things on the internet, and they talk about like Irish Spring is going to keep the flies and the mosquitoes away. Lies, lies. Irish Spring did not keep it away. Broke cowgirl, I'd sell my goats if it was that high around here. Yeah. Yeah. And that's the thing. That's why people aren't buying goats like they were. Cost of feed. I talked to somebody today who doesn't have access to, oh gosh, they don't have access to like anything but Purina feeds. And they were paying $27 for a 50-pound bag of game bird feed for turkeys. Can you imagine? Yeah, Irish Spring. I mean, I can't use that stuff because oof. Yeah, Tina, I have heard a ton about that. I've heard all these things about Irish Spring, and they say it keeps the deer away. No, it's crazy. Hey, if it keeps the bunnies out of your garden, that'd be great. $3 a small bale, $25 for round bales. Wow. Wow. Yeah, we ended up buying a portable carport that has a cover over it and closes and all that, so we can store hay because we need to have more hay here than normal. But the really good news is we typically have to feed hay all year round because we don't normally have enough grass. I'm still rotating the pigs on grass. And so that's really cool that we've not used hay all summer. We haven't used hay since June. And that's when the grass started to grow up enough that we could start rotating them. And we did that. It took us a little longer to get them started because I was sick. But other than that, it's been going pretty good. Yeah, I've heard that about Irish Spring too. They say it keeps the mice away and they eat it. Yeah. I had 3 bars of it in net sacks outside my front door. Still there. Still there. Drove me crazy. So everybody sounds like they're kind of winding down, even though Gwen at Broke Cowgirl is in Texas where it's super hot. And all that. But it sounds like a lot of people are starting to wind down. We can only store 100-ish bales. We're having a hard time finding enough to store. Yeah, that's our problem. We don't have enough storage, and we worry that it's going to mold. So that's the struggle we have. So we bought that carport to give us a little bit more because I still have the livestock trailer is still full of hay from the spring. I had to buy a bale the end of May to get us through while I was gone in Texas. And it turned out great because then I got sick and we needed to be able to feed hay because I couldn't get everything set up. It's kind of a weird Weird season. You probably can extend your season with your garden, with your greenhouse, right, Lisa? Yes. The only problem is that at night when it frosts in there too. It gets that cold. It depends if it's something cold hardy. Excuse me. If it's something cold hardy, then it can withstand it. Like I think one year I did Swiss chard in there that I didn't plant until end of September, and it did really well. And I was harvesting in October in the snow. But yeah, we definitely extend our season. I had stuff in the greenhouse in May. And our last frost is the first week in June. Yeah, I can do a heat lamp. The hard part is we have so many extension cords out there for water to keep the water flowing so it's not iced over. I don't have as many. So I think I need to do something like where you take the barrel and you fill it with water and it heats up during the day and keeps it hot. Keeps it hot in the greenhouse overnight. Yeah. Let's see here. So yeah, I do want to try a heat lamp. It's just hard with the extension cords. Yes, I did say the S word, Spartman. Ooh, mushroom soil. That's exciting. Yeah, I'd love that too. Yeah, I could solar power it too. Yep, absolutely. Milk and honey is ready for this season to end. It's only going to get weirder. There are a ton of fires around the world this year, and it's going to cause a lot of issues. No kidding. No kidding. Has anyone ever tried lemongrass for bugs? I have not. I've tried to use it to attract bees to the hive, and it did not work. Wash your mouth out, young lady. I would love to see how a heat sink works in there. Yep. Hey, Colleen. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Yeah, so I know there's a thing where they, like I said, they talked about you take a barrel of water and during the day it heats up and then at night it emits that heat. Also with the raised beds, I could do things like mulch them. I could put things on there. So that would be cool. Hi, Bright Azelle. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm just thankful that it makes the growing season grow for the items that need the heat and the humidity. Yep, you're right, Tony. Paint the barrel black. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Smart man. Keeps the algae down too so the water can stay in there longer and not rot. Hey, G Mama Grows. How are you? But yeah, that would be awesome. You can get heater wires that go in the soil like irrigation. Wait a minute. Somebody's asking me about this. So funny. People have asked me about this too. Is there going to be 2 babies in the back part of the house for the super cold days this winter? That is not the plan. That is not the plan. It's funny because people have already asked me that. I do not want them in the house. It was different with Norman. The poor guy was by himself, but I really don't want those 2 in the house. I'm hoping that we don't have a brutal winter like we did last year, temperature wise. But the other thing is, and the video that I'm going to put out next week will make some sense. They may be in a different barn, so they'll be a little warmer. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I know I already thought of that. I'm like, we really need to farrow earlier. Thanks, Alexander. Yeah, Diesel would not like it. Put the greenhouse over the barn. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Let's see. Yeah, it's just, I really don't want that to happen, quite honestly. Good night, Blue Collar. Hope you're doing well. And have a good evening. I'm sorry. Have a good evening, friends. Oh, let's see. Hey, Annette. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Planting some cucumbers. Nice. They need a lot of water, is what I've always been told. Anybody else have cucumber tips to give to our urban homestead? Oh, no, Carla. I hope you feel better. Oh, I never want to hear that darn word again. I am so over it. Carla, please take care of yourself. Yeah, exactly, Xander. They'll have two of them too. So last year we were supposed to have two, but unfortunately one passed away, so we did not have the other one. Soda cans as solar panels. Interesting. Tony's always got all this stuff. So cool. Although I don't know, I YouTubed about my cucumber. I'm sorry, about my zucchini and yellow squash, and they said, "Oh, they're not pollinated right. They needed calcium." So thankfully, Gwen told me they needed calcium. And then Rich at Old Swedes told me the same thing. But I was like, oh, my word. A solar panel with CDs. Huh. That's neat. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. There's always 4 million things to do. You know how that goes. I'm just looking at the chat real quick. Oh, wow. I just got all my laundry done today. Everything got done today. And the only reason, Gwen, is because I need sinks clean and other places clean, because tomorrow after butchering chickens, we're going to need to wash some stuff. So what are you guys doing this weekend? Gwen's doing laundry. Yeah, Blue did I saw that. She crushed up the eggshells. That was really cool. I didn't have any, so I went and got sweet barn lime, which is calcium carbonate. So I threw that on there and watered them in the past couple days. So we'll see how it goes. Doing laundry tomorrow, walk the dog. People are heating rooms with this. Really? Fascinating, Tony. That's fascinating. Yeah, we're processing chickens, and then we're gonna I think have some downtime. Made cheese this afternoon, so didn't do much of anything else. Washing all the jars and putting them up is a job in and of itself. No kidding. Tina said, finally home, laundry too, and I hope to help hubby organize our storage area for my canning. Rochelle working both mornings and fish fry at the neighbors down the street on Saturday. Nice. Mennonite Farmhouse is canning ketchup. That's awesome. I feel like I missed somebody. Let me go up a minute. Chickens and rest Sunday. Yeah, no kidding. We usually process the first day, then they sit overnight in ice, and then we pack them up. So Sparkman said, see what happens tomorrow. They're talking rain in the morning. Holman's is finishing up our cellar build, cut wood, and move some goats. Milk and Honey is residing the shop. Grape jams, laundry, and a million other things on top of canning jalapenos and tomatoes and feeding people working on the fence. I bet you're tired thinking about it. Sparkman has a frame built and some cans glued together to make one of those pop can solar heaters. Just need to put it together. Nice. Lisa Colovi celebrating a promotion at work. Your promotion or somebody else? I'm assuming yours, Lisa. Congratulations. The Cow Emporium, we're digging up our 700 feet of potatoes. Also, a lot of variables for why plants don't grow. Could be a combination. Thank goodness we have an implement for the potatoes. Yeah, no kidding. I'll be marking off the spot for a big filter for my pool to pond conversion and taking naps. Take care of yourself, Carla. Sid had 2 friends over tonight to play Ticket to Ride. I checked the game out from the library. Nice. Oh, bog filter, not big. Okay. Tony said, taking all my eggshells and put in the oven for a short time. Then I grind them down with my bullet and make powder of them. Nice. Congratulations, Lisa Colovi. That's awesome. Ariella said she's getting washing mostly dry before I put it in the dryer. Running out of clothes since I sent so much off to Goodwill. No kidding. It's supposed to rain our way tomorrow, so hopefully just making it through feeding without getting soaked. No kidding. Gwen's looking forward to cooler temps. G Mama is starting her kefir grains. Nice. Janice is made her cheese and she's hooked on cheese making. Good night, Tina. Life in the Piedmont. Have a great night. Oh, wow. That's a lot of rain, Holmans. Good night, Alexander. Thanks for being here. Oh, I will say a prayer you get rain, Gwen. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, it's just, I think that's the one thing as homesteaders we have to just realize there's so much out of our control, right? There's so many variables. We'll probably dig up our potatoes in the next week or so. Now that I prune them all back, hopefully the stuff will dry off. Yeah, I agree, G Mama. I want to try cheese making myself. So, yeah, so we'll see how it goes. We have other stuff to harvest, which is really cool. And it's all good stuff. We're winding down to the fall. Only thing I will complain about cheddar is I forgot about it and it got harder than I wanted it to be. Still was yummy though. Yeah, I could imagine. That's really cool. Cheddar is like a big process for it, I'm sure. Yeah, Mountain Grandma and Bro Cowgirl, they've been making cheese and yogurt and stuff like that. Before I forget, because it just came to my brain, is Mountain Grandma and I are doing a Soaping September collaboration. So if you look on our channel, we have playlists for it, but Mountain Grandma put out a video for it. So if you want to join us for Soaping September, I believe Gwen is going to join us, but if anybody wants to join us and make soap, it's really for anybody who wants to make soap, or pushing people who have all this stuff but haven't made it, and then you need a push to do it. We want to do that. So if you're interested, please join us. It's really, really is easy. Yeah, Rochelle, if you look on Mountain Grandma's channel, she just did a video for it. It's really just make some soap, any kind of soap. And we're not worried if there's duplicates and stuff like that. Well, you got time, Farm Fresh, because we're doing it for the whole month of September. So, yeah, Annette, if you need help, let me know. I feel the same way. I make sure to use all safety protocols, and I even had Ryan watch me do it the first couple of times I did it, to make sure I was doing it safely. So make sure you read up before you do it. Oh, that's awesome, Janice. I'm so glad. Yay. Hey, Joni, Mrs. Creekside Maples. Hope you're doing well. Yes, I'm glad you're doing it, Milk and Honey. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm going to try to do some next week. We got to get through the chickens and stuff like that. And then I've got to get my stuff out because I put it away last winter when I was trying to clean up, and I think I hid it. So I have to go out and get it. But I think it would be really good. You could do melt and pour too if you want. Totally. Totally. You can do hot process, cold process. You can do melt and pour. You can do body wash. There's nothing wrong with that, Carla. That's what you want to do. That's fine too. We just want people to do it, whether it's melt and pour or you do other stuff. So if you want to do a body wash, you want to make soft soap, like hand soap that is liquid, that would be great too. I think that would be a lot of fun, and people could learn from it. But I know the lye thing can be intimidating, and I was intimidated by it. But what I like about it is I feel good using the safety stuff, and then I bring it outside. Even in the wintertime, I bring it outside. I don't do it in my house because I don't feel that I could have a large enough ventilation. So I just bring it outside, and it helps it cool down too. So I think it's really good. I want to make a shampoo bar, Heather. That's what I'd like to do, is make a shampoo bar. I think that would be really cool. But, I'm looking to make I'm looking to make like natural stuff. Like, I'm not worried about coloring or it having to be pretty. I just want, I'm going to add calendula oil that I steeped and stuff like that. Oh, yep, Rochelle, that's awesome. Sugar scrubs are welcome in this collab. I did sugar scrubs. We did a video on them for one of Mountain Grandma's collabs one year, which was really cool. Absolutely. Sugar scrubs are really easy and they're awesome. Yeah, I've heard that about shampoo bars, but see, Gwen uses her plain goat's milk soap for a shampoo bar and it works great. That's awesome. Hey, Tina Ladybug. So if you want to join the collaboration, please do. It's really easy. It's really just put out a video, say you're part of the collab, use our, use our hashtag. Yeah, dried flowers for color. That's exactly. In fact, I'm going out to get some of my the marigolds that were volunteers, and I'm going to dry them, and I was going to put some on there. Just keep it real simple. Yeah, that would be cool, Ariella. Body wash. Somebody said something. I just want to go back. Farm Fresh said milk and honey use egg yolk, ACV, honey, tiny bit of water, and shampoo. I think the egg yolk is the problem in that. You want it to stay stable, shelf stable. Am I right, guys? That's what I'm thinking. Adding the egg yolk in could cause the issue. I still use conditioner. I just like the way it makes my hair feel. Without it, my hair is squeaky clean. Yep, totally get that. That's awesome. So it sounds like, I was making it every shower. Oh, you were making it every shower. Okay. Yep, gotcha. Yeah. That makes sense, Alicia. I gotcha. Yeah, I don't think I could do that every shower. You're pretty good. You're really good. New Directions Aromatics is a great place to buy your supplies. They carry bases like melt and pour, all kinds of varieties, add-ins for scent, colors, and benefits. Awesome. Thank you, Rochelle. Oh, there's a fly. Darn things. Numerous articles about soft soap made with goat's milk not being shelf stable. Harbors bacteria really bad. Interesting. Joni said, I've made our own tooth powder, rewarding to save money. That's awesome. Honey added in your palm with your shampoo is great for your hair. Ooh, Annette's excited. I'm excited for this now. I'm going to start collecting garden herbs and flowers for soap. Yeah, I collected I collected calendula last year and I dehydrated them. And then to make sure they were completely dry, I ended up putting them in the freeze dryer for a little while. The cycle went really quick. And so then I took the petals and put them in olive oil and I let them sit for over a month. It was probably close to 2 months. And then I strained it and I have it in my closet. I'm going to do the same with some marigolds. I'm going to put some more marigolds. I thought I was growing calendula this year. It turned out to be all straw flower. So I'm going to save some of the straw flower and then I'm going to buy some calendula seeds this year so I have more. But I'm going to try to keep the marigolds and lay them out so they dry. I'm surprised you can't get calendula to grow well for you, Gwen. Because you do really well at growing. Wonder if it's the climate. I don't know. Anybody in Texas have luck with growing calendula or in hot, dry climates? I wonder if that's this thing. I'm just kind of curious. Calendula is a cool flower, so it likes cooler temps. Try growing over winter, Gwen. It can take a frost and snow. Good to know. Good to know. Ooh, Gwen, that would be good for your greenhouse too. That would be cool. Yeah, grow it over winter. That would be cool. Let's see. Anybody have anything exciting they want to share before I get going? Yeah, and Annette, if you have any questions, let me know. And if I don't know it, I'll let you know that as well. But I can tell you the stuff that I've used. Straw flowers. I am going to, so Rochelle, for straw flowers, if I don't mind Diesel, Ryan walked outside. If I take the straw flowers and let them dry, I should be able to pull the petals off and put them on soap too, right? You're welcome, Annette. Sage is going nuts too. I need to cut it on dehydrated. Awesome. Leanne at the Mennonite Farmhouse hit 16,000 subscribers. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And she's hosting Souptember. So check out her stuff. They might be scratchy. Okay. He's such a bad dog. Well, guys, I'm going to go because my bad dog is barking. Oh, good job, Joni. That's awesome. Yeah, I need to get mine going again. Well, Joni, we're going to have a sourdough collab next month. So stay tuned for that. But I did my Fall Fest semifinalist drawing today. That's awesome. I will check that out. Well, congratulations to all of you on your successes. It's okay on the stuff that didn't do great. But give yourself a pat on the back because you did it. So I hope all of you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for coming. Thanks for being here and love to y'all. Take care, guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.